As part of our 10th anniversary, we wanted to hear from people who've supported us over the years, what it is about the festival that makes people want to engage with us. This then is a harvest of just some of the feedback from people who've supported us in our first decade of creativity here at the Autumn Festival of Norfolk.
For the University of East Anglia, our relationship and our partnership with the Hostry Festival over these last 10 years has been so important to further supporting our work around creativity and community for our students, our staff and our external engagement. We really feel that this aligns well with our values around diversity in particular, and we look forward to our future work with the Hostry Festival over the next 10 years and beyond.
One of the great things about having a building like this is when it comes to life with people in it. And of course, all the time, regularly, we've got our choir rehearsing here, we've got the exhibition space downstairs, and then lots of school children coming into the education department. But to have a special festival coming in to use the Hostry space is really wonderful, and to be able to celebrate the great breadth of the arts, and also to have all kinds of people involved, from professional people right the way through to ordinary people who are just enjoying the arts during that festival period. As it brings different types of people to the space, it brings the community together, and I think every year at the opening of the Hostry Festival, it's just a wonderful example of how good human nature can be in terms of its creativity and the way that people work together and cooperate and produce beautiful things.
It's a real pleasure to work with the Hostry Festival, and it's been a long time now, celebrating 10 years, which is amazing, and the work has really developed. At Sheringham Little Theatre, we've been receipt of some of the awards, which meant so much to us, and at St George's Theatre, we actually had the awards event there. But I think the festival is incredible, not only because of all the different elements that it has, but also I'm always excited by the main production that the festival does. I saw The Graduate in 2019 and absolutely loved it. So I'm looking forward to what's going to be next and roll on the next 10 years.
Hey, look at this, the Norfolk Icon Award. I couldn't be prouder. So thank you to the Hostry Festival, whose 10th anniversary it is this year, I believe, and to PBSK, and to my personal opticians, of course, Dipple and Conway. How marvellous. Thank you very much indeed. I couldn't be prouder. I do love Norfolk. And at this particular time, the arts in Norfolk, which is what this award is here to celebrate, couldn't be more important, could they? It's a wonderful place to film, it's a wonderful place for literary festivals, it's a wonderful place for artists and photographers, and always has been. And I would urge people who don't live in the area to come and visit and to see all that we've got to offer. And for those of you who are lucky enough, like me, to live here and to value this extraordinary part of the world, how great it is to see the arts being encouraged, especially at this difficult time. So thank you, everybody. And, well, God bless Norfolk.
Well, I'm delighted that Total Ensemble and the wonderful Rebecca Chapman are celebrating 10 years of this remarkable dance group in the life of Norfolk. And I'm so delighted because they were just such a fabulous part of my enthronement service here at Norwich Cathedral. And then they went on tour with me for all my welcome services around the diocese.
Total Ensemble, I've been involved with a couple of times. I'm lucky enough to be called the patron. I wish I could be more involved. It is so innovative, it's inspiring, the people in it are wonderful. Rebecca is an inspiration. She first worked for Chicken Shed many years ago, and the students absolutely adored her. And her intuition and her passion, enthusiasm and skill mixed together just brings the most amazing pieces of theatre, dance, movement, whatever. She has a natural empathy with all kinds of people, and just with her theatrical skill, important part of the process, she brings out the best and makes these most magical pieces. What I think is absolutely brilliant is that it is part of the Hostry Festival, part of a so-called mainstream arts festival, and it's smack bang in the middle of that programme. And I think this is really a start of something. It could be a start of something for other festivals up and down the country, because the addition of an inclusive theatre company just makes the whole thing just ring far more genuinely and gives far more opportunities to a much wider palette of people.
I first met Stash a few years ago, and that was my introduction to the Hostry Festival. He had at that point taken on the role of the artistic director of the Holt Festival, which I was a volunteer. And immediately I met him in this beautiful garden in North Norfolk, I knew that we had a real gem. And the festival he created for the Holt Festival that year was amazing. And here we are once again being invited to the Hostry, to another myriad of amazing and diverse performances.
Well, I remember a performance of the Total Ensemble. It was just extraordinary. They just created this world in the Hostry. It was remarkable. And listening to you, Diana, I'm reminded the first time that I met Stash. He seems to have this ability to. He's got a nose for the good stuff. It's almost like he's a bee who can find the pollen, and he has an ability to find lots of this sort of stuff. And I think it's because he asks great questions and he listens, and he doesn't stop until he finds something that excites and buzzes you. So for me, the Hostry Festival is the product of all of the work that Stash does to gather all this pollen up and create this extraordinary honey that we can taste and fill ourselves up on before we head into the depths of winter.
It's been really amazing because what Hostry does is they think outside the box. So when they come up with the idea to work with the African choir, we jumped at the chance because it's how you build bridges, how you bring communities together, different communities. And I think, the relationship is just going to grow and grow because, the approach is right. The time is right, really, for Norfolk to really start bringing those cultures together and celebrate together as a whole rather than separate, groups, African, English, whatever. We are now coming together and say, hey, this is our county and we want to celebrate it together.
It's a great honour to be back here at the Hostry Festival in our 8th year for Paint Out. It was the 2nd year of doing developing the visual arts for the Hostry that we decided to go out on the street rather than having an open exhibition here. And it's really just gone from strength to strength since then. We've got our summer event, which is Paint Out Norfolk, which is now in the calendar in July. But we look forward to the October event because at that time of year, the city is awash with colour, and there is a lot of different aspects that we can pull out with and concentrate just painting the city rather than the countryside. And it's a great opportunity for artists.
I'm so proud to be a patron of the festival. I think it's a wonderful thing and a great addition to Norfolk. I can't wait to see all the fantastic things that are going to come next.
I'm so incredibly proud to be a patron of this festival. It's one tiny part of an immense jigsaw, and people like Stash and Peter, the amazing work that they do, the amazing companies that get involved, and a lot of people get involved just because they love the arts, they love creativity, they do it for free because we all do things like that, because we love to create, we love to celebrate culture. So I am so proud to be a part of the Hostry Festival, and gosh, I'm so proud that we are coming back.
In my professional life, I've worked in theatres which require performances night after night, week after week, year after year. One of the reasons I love festivals is that instead of the daily plod of what to put on next, they come with a kind of blaze of light and intelligence and creativity, new artists, new works. And the audience for festivals is in a different mood from the audience that visits the theatre week after week or even month after month. They're in a more receptive mood. They're more excited by the unusual. They're more prepared to risk. And this festival is no different. I really support it, and I hope you will too.
And I'd particularly like to thank Peter Barrow, who supported the festival right from the start, and he and Sash Kirkbride, the way that they've worked together to develop this extraordinary programme is very exciting and very special for Norwich. It's independent, they do what they want, they do what they believe in, and they bring together some tremendous artists, very well-known professional names, world-class names, and many, many local people. So it's really special that this happens to Norwich.
Our thanks to our principal sponsors, the University of East Anglia, for their consistent support of the festival. Our thanks also go to all the trusts, charities, and fellow philanthropists who've helped us realize our ambitions. And to the Cathedral Chapter and Diocese, who have made us so welcome from the moment we suggested turning the Hostry building into the home of the Autumn Festival of Norfolk each year.
It's amazing to keep that sort of thing going for 10 years on such a scale. It very rarely happens. These things happen for 2 or 3 years, then the enthusiasm goes, or the funds go, or the people go, and they fall down, but not this one. And, if they can get through 10 years, they can get through another 10 years. It's admirable. It's one of the things that makes this country different and richer than others, the number of festivals that there are. Hundreds and hundreds now, and well run and well organized and thought through and successful like the one that they have. And people there that I found were very proud of it, very proud of their festival. They were proud that it was happening. And it's in a glorious part of the tea. So that's not bad either, is it?
Hi everyone, this is Olivia Newton-John, and I just wanted to wish Stash and everybody at the Hostry Festival congratulations on your 10-year anniversary. How wonderful it is that you've been supporting up-and-coming talent for all these years, and I wish you a further 10 and many more 10s after that. Sending you love and light. Have fun.